What up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Wednesday, April 13th, 2016, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. American producer and reality star David Gest was found dead in a London hotel, a friend has confirmed. He was 62 years old. In a statement released late Monday, Ahmad Handy established Gest as a natural star and a genuine celebrity, saying he died in England on April 12th. Handy said David was truly larger than life. He was not just a huge talent and a dear friend, but a show business icon. She also added, "I know he will be missed by millions of fans around the world, and particularly in Britain, who came to love his charm and blistering one-liners." According to a police statement obtained by the BBC, Gest was discovered by authorities in the Four Seasons Hotel in Canary Wharf Tuesday morning local time. Police say they have not discovered reason to be suspicious of foul play. The police statement continued, a post-mortem will be held in due course. Next of kin are in the process of being informed. Gest, most recently a personality on Celebrity Big Brother, is the long-estranged husband of singer Liza Minnelli, whom he separated in 2003 after a year of marriage. He was 62. Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice star Ben Affleck is to headline and direct his own standalone Batman movie. The Hollywood Reporter says Warner Brothers chairman and chief executive officer Kevin Tsujihara confirmed the project Tuesday at CinemaCon. Tsujihara said it set up a ground foundation for our DC slate, which includes at least 10 movies through 2020. I'm also excited to know that we'll be working with Ben Affleck on a standalone Batman movie. Affleck reportedly is also contracted to appear as the character in 2 Justice League superhero ensemble pictures. Indiana Jones producer Frank Marshall recently discussed the franchise's potential for more sequels following the upcoming 5th installment. Marshall said to Variety while attending CinemaCon on Monday, "It's all about the story," when asked about the possibility of more adventures starring Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones. He continued by saying, "I think both in the Jason Bourne series and on Indiana Jones, we are not going to do the Bond thing," referencing how he believes only Ford should be seen donning the iconic fedora and whipping instead of a rotating cast of leading actors. He also said, "We think those characters are iconic, and those are the only actors who can play that." Marshall's sentiments come after series director Steven Spielberg has spoken out against replacing Ford in his signature role after Jurassic World star Chris Pratt was rumored to take over the part. Spielberg said, "It's certainly not my intention to ever have another actor step into his shoes in the way there have been many actors that have played Spider-Man or Batman. There's only going to be one actor playing Indiana Jones, and that's Harrison Ford." Marshall, Ford, and Spielberg will all be collaborating once again on the recently announced Indiana Jones 5, which will be produced alongside Marshall's wife and Lucasfilm's president, Kathleen Kennedy. Disney chairman Alan Horn said in a statement announcing the sequel, "Indiana Jones is one of the greatest heroes in cinematic history, and we can't wait to bring him back to the screen in 2019. Daredevil star Charlie Cox has revealed the start date for production on Netflix's upcoming Marvel team-up series, The Defenders. The actor discussed the filming timeable Monday while making an appearance during the streaming service's Paris event, in which stars from House of Cards and Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt had gathered for a roundtable discussion. After explaining how he doesn't know if there will be a season 3 of Daredevil, Cox confirmed that The Defenders, which will bring together Netflix's stable of Marvel heroes, including Jessica Jones, played by Kristen Ritter, Luke Cage, played by Mike Coulter, and Iron Fist, played by Finn Jones, would start shooting later this year. Cox said, "What we do know is that at the end of this year, we're going to be making The Defenders, and of course Daredevil is very much a part of that foursome. I have no idea what the storyline is going to be for that show. I'm very excited to see how those worlds combine, and interested to see tonally how those shows become one." When asked if The Defenders could possibly wrap up any plot threads from Season 2 of Daredevil, Cox replied, "In terms of wrapping up any storylines, maybe they'll do some of that in The Defenders, or maybe they won't." Netflix's next Marvel series, Luke Cage, is set to premiere September 30th. Chris Evans admitted on Jimmy Kimmel Live recently that he almost turned down the role of Captain America due to, quote, social anxiety. The actor explained to Kimmel Monday while promoting his latest movie as the character, the upcoming Captain America Civil War. Yeah, I was scared. At first it was some 9-picture contract, and there are parts of me that had a little bit of social anxiety with this industry. He continued by saying, in doing movies one at a time, if all of a sudden you decide you don't want to do them anymore, you're afforded the opportunity to take a step back and recalibrate. When you have a giant contract, if all of a sudden you're not responding well, too bad. You got to suit up again. That was scary. Ultimately, however, Evans was able to overcome his fears and see the value in taking on the part. He said, it kept coming back my way. I said no a few times and it kept coming back, and I talked to a few people in my life, family and friends, and it just started to kind of make sense that I was saying no out of fear. He concluded by saying, really, you can't do anything out of fear. You can't be doing something because you're scared. So it ended up just kind of clicking to me, and the way of looking at it is whatever you're scared of, push yourself into it. Kimmel joked after the explanation, so you are a hero in real life as well, is what you're telling me. Tessa Thompson has signed on to star alongside Chris Hemsworth in the Marvel superhero sequel Thor Ragnarok. According to The Hollywood Reporter, Thompson is joining the film as a series regular. Natalie Portman is exiting the franchise after starring as lead love interest Jane Foster in 2011's Thor and 2013's Thor: The Dark World. Thompson will be portraying a new love interest for the titular God of Thunder, according to Deadline, with sources stating that the actress could have superpowers as well, setting her up to appear in future Marvel films. Before Ragnarok begin filming in June, Thompson will appear opposite Portman in director Alex Garland's next film, Alienation, this spring. The Creed star joins a growing cast of Ragnarok stars, which includes returning stars Tom Hiddleston as Loki, Jamie Alexander as Sif, and series newcomers Cate Blanchett and Mark Ruffalo as the Hulk. Directed by Taika Waititi, Thor Ragnarok opens in theaters November 3rd, 2017. Arden Cho is exiting MTV series Teen Wolf. The 30-year-old actress announced the news in a video post Monday, admitting she, quote, didn't really know what to say to fans about her unexpected departure ahead of the season 6 premiere. Cho said, I just want to say I love Ciara Yukimura so much. I love my experience on Teen Wolf. I love the cast and crew. It's been an amazing 3.5 years. It's gone by so fast, but unfortunately, it looks like we are wrapping up with Ciara's storyline, and she won't be coming back for season 6. She also added, I think sometimes in a show where there's so many characters, there isn't always room for everyone and everyone's storyline, so I guess that was it. I do wish we would have developed a little bit more of her powers and the Skinwalkers, and there just would have been more of like an epic ending. Cho apologized for previously saying she was excited for season 6, explained she didn't know her character wasn't returning at the time. The actress's departure is especially surprising, given interest in Ciara and her power as a kintsu, a Japanese fox spirit. Series creator Jeff Davis has told E! News in 2013, I shouldn't say this because who knows if there would be a chance of it, but I want to make Ciara a spin-off, partly because I wanted to try doing a female character, but the kintsu myth is just such a good myth. Teen Wolf is loosely based on the 1985 movie of the same name. It was renewed for a 6th season in July. The series stars Tyler Posey as Scott McCall, a teenager who is bitten by a werewolf ahead of his sophomore year of high school. Sophie Turner admits she doesn't remember much from the night she was photographed licking a mask of Game of Thrones character Tyrion Lannister. While appearing on Conan Monday night, the HBO star discussed a viral photo from last year's Comic-Con during an evening she said she doesn't, quote, remember a huge amount of. She told host Conan O'Brien, it's Comic-Con, you know how it is. Explaining the picture, which many believe to include the real Lannister actor Peter Dinklage, Turner said a fan supposedly came up to me in this Tyrion mask, and being the loyal wife that I am, I just gave him a quick lick. TMZ ran the photo soon after Comic-Con, making it an internet sensation at the time. Turner said, a lot of people thought it was Peter. I'm not going to do anything to dispel those rumors. Peter's a sexy guy, but he has a wife, so I don't think he'd be too pleased. In Game of Thrones, Turner played the ex-wife of Tyrion Lannister. Cara Delevingne gave fans a first glimpse of Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets on Sunday. The 23-year-old English model and actress introduced behind-the-scenes footage featuring herself, co-star Dane DeHaan, and director Luc Besson during the 2016 MTV Movie Awards pre-show. The preview sees Delevingne and Dahan spring into action as Lorelai and Valerian as they travel through space and time. The actress, who is shown kicking plenty of butt, told MTV the film channeled her inner tomboy. Delevingne exclaimed, "I kicked ass. I loved it so much. My kind of tomboy comes out. It's kind of always what I wanted to do, especially as a kid. I feel like I'm kind of living my dream." Valerian is based on the Pierre Christian comic series Valerian and Lorelai, which was published between 1967 and 2010. The adaptation is directed by Luc Besson, who is known for such films as Nikita, Leon the Professional, and The Fifth Element. Delevingne said of the movie's epic scale, "I can't even imagine what it's going to be like for the audience. They will be completely blown away visually, emotionally. Every particle of their body will be blown away." Production began this week on the fourth and final season of the drama series Rectified, Sundance TV has confirmed. Created and written by Ray McKinnon and executive produced by McKinnon, Mark Johnson, Melissa Bernstein, and Marshall Persinger, the show will return this fall for its remaining 8 episodes. It follows a man who heads home after spending 19 years on death row for a crime he didn't commit. The cable network said in a press release at the end of season 3, Daniel, played by Aidan Young, was banished from Poli as part of a plea deal and set out to start his new life in Nashville. The new season picks up a few months later and introduces several new cast members. Joining the ensemble are Nathan Darrow and Scott Lawrence. The cast also includes Abigail Spencer, J. Smith Cameron, Luke Kirby, and Clayne Crawford. Joe Stillerman, the president of original programming and development for AMC and Sundance TV, said in a statement Monday, Rectify put Sundance TV on the map as a destination for smart, provocative, and compelling original storytelling when it launched in 2013. Lauded by critics from the start, Rectified is a unique and beautiful piece of television artistry, and we are certain that the final chapter of Daniel's story will cement this show's place in television history. Netflix has announced the premiere dates for 3 of its high-profile international dramas. The 8-episode Marseilles will launch globally on May 5th. The press notes explain as the municipal elections approach in Marseilles, Robert Taro, the city's mayor for the last 20 years, prepares his last coup. Pushed through the vote for the construction of a casino in the historic center of the marina, nothing has been left to change, and his successor, Lucas Barrios, is already designated. Season 2 of the epic action-adventure series Marco Polo is to begin streaming its 10 new episodes July 1st. Created by John Fusco, the show stars Lorenzo Rakhemi as the title character. Rounding out the ensemble are Michelle Yeoh, Benedict Wong, Joan Chen, Zuzu, Tom Wu, Olivia Chen, Claudia Kim, Rick Yang, Remy Hee, Mashish Jadoo, and Yuli Laktufu. The synopsis reads, in a world repleted with greed, betrayal, sexual intrigue, and rivalry, Marco Polo is based on the famed explorer's adventures in Kublai Khan's court in 13th century China. The 10-episode historic drama The Crown is to debut November 4th. It reunites writers Peter Morgan with his previous collaborators, director Stephen Daldry, and producer Andy Harris. Based on the award-winning play, The Audience, The Crown tells the inside story of British Queen Elizabeth II's early reign. The series stars Claire Foy as the monarch, Matt Smith as Prince Philip, John Lithgow as Sir Winston Churchill, Victoria Hamilton as Queen Mother, Jared Harris as King George VI, Vanessa Kirby as Princess Margaret, and Dame Ellie Atkins as Queen Mary. AMC says it will host special pop-up screenings of Preacher in the weeks leading up to the comic book adaptation's May 22nd premiere. Fans can visit Twitter or Instagram to post their most creative photos, videos, or comments about why their hometown deserves an exclusive Preacher screening using the hashtag PreacherFanScreenings. The cable network will select 4 cities or towns for screenings of the Supernatural series pilot episode on April 30th, May 7th, 15th, and 21st. Linda Shupkat, the executive vice president of marketing for AMC and Sundance TV, said in a statement Tuesday, "We can't wait to give comic book fans who have been eagerly awaiting an adaptation of this property the opportunity to see Preacher before its official premiere on AMC. These early screenings are a great way for us to provide a special experience for the legion of loyal and enthusiastic fans, and we hope turn them into evangelizers, telling their friends to check out the show when it premieres." Developed for television by Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg, the darkly comedy drama will co-star Dominic Cooper, Joseph Gilgun, and Ruth Negga. The third and final season of the British mystery series Broadchurch will focus on sexual assault case. ITV said in a press release Tuesday, based on a year of research with Dorset-based organizations who specialize in dealing with victims of sexual assault and police advisors who specialize in investigating crimes of sexual violence, Broadchurch's final chapter looks at the emotional cost to all of those involved and the irreparable damages to friendships and relationships. David Tennant and Olivia Colman will once again reprise their roles as Police Detective Inspector Alec Hardy and Detective Sergeant Ellie Miller, with Jodie Whittaker and Andrew Buchanan